The power of positive reef thinking. Today, I will build the 2 best aquascapes of my entire life. Hopefully. If you could please do us a favor and hit that subscribe button and turn on those notifications. Marine Depot and myself would appreciate it. And a big thanks to Marine Depot, of course, for supplying all the gear in this video. I'm going all out today. I have already started my aquascape because I did this once before, right? But I'm gonna improve upon this and build a whole new aquascape. So I got my purple CaribSea Rock. I have my Aquamaxx, like Reef Saver kind of rock. I'm gonna be using the purple Coraline Red epoxy. I even have a whole bunch of these acrylic pieces for like overhangs. I got my drill over here. I just hope to make something spectacular, but honestly, when it comes to like ideas, I'm kind of blanking. It's never been my strength. It just hasn't been. So I think I'm gonna start by looking at Pinterest, looking at Reef to Reef forums, looking at nano reef forums, and just trying to like fill my head with as many beautiful nano tanks as I can before I start, and also get a sense of like what my end goal is gonna be. I mean, I have a general idea of what I'm going for, but it's really not that well fleshed out. By the way, this is segment 2 in the 427 build list series, so if you wanna see episode 1 in case you missed it, you can click up here. If you're on your mobile phone, just turn it horizontal, swipe up, and it'll be there. Links down below as well. I've also done like 2 or 3 aquascaping videos, and I will put links down below. Most of them I don't think turned out very well, but I did one for my neighbors, like right over there, which actually turned out really well. So go ahead and check out those links below if you want to see some of the other ideas and some of the other products I've used to make these scapes. I think that's all I got for now. Let's do a little bit of research, get some ideas in my head, and then we'll start scaping and see what we come up with. Well, here's what I came up with. A couple people on Instagram, Bahama Llama Coral and Muddy Reef, had this amazing suggestion that I should take the 2 sides and I should aquascape them to make it look like they're going through the glass and having a single aquascape. That was such a good idea, but I just didn't have any more of the CaribSea Rock, so I couldn't do it. I still have a ton left to do though. I have the sand, if I'm gonna put sand, do I use the Hawaiian Black sand? Do I use the Fiji Pink sand? Oh, by the way, I always forget this. You know, on my website, I have this section called Gear Guides where I have like my favorite heaters or my favorite epoxies or my favorite live rocks, and I'm actually going through them this following month. And updating all of them. So if you want to check any of those out to see some of the stuff we use in this build, or just some of the things that I really recommend for beginners, just go down and click on gear guides, and you can just browse all those gear guides, knowing that they're probably about a year old at this point, but they're being updated as this video is being published. Okay, let's go get the rest of these tasks done. It'll probably take me a few more hours to do all this, but stick around because we're gonna come back at the end and we're gonna check back in with Coral Gal, and we're gonna check back in with Puff Daddy Reef to see how their Encore builds are going. Only took 12 hours. I mean, I should know by now that these projects of mine take so long. But we did it. We got it wet. We got it all set up. You should see the wires. I need to do some serious wire management. All I did basically was I took the tank and I divided it in half, and I put half the wires on like one power strip and the other half on another. There's like 5 power cords at least for each of the sides. My goal for the day was just to get it up and cycled, and so that's what's happening. But let me flip this around. Let me show you guys some quick shots of how everything turned out. I'll give you some close-ups of the scape, the gear, the mess underneath, the auto top-off units, and then we'll come back. That's part 2 of 4 for the Innovative Marine Encore build list series. Again, if you could do us a favor and subscribe down below, we would greatly appreciate it. And if you want to see all the gear we use, just go ahead and check down below, we'll put links to everything. But before we go, we need to check in with 2 of our friends. First up, we're gonna check in with Coral Gal and see how her innovative marine build is going. Coral Gal, what you got?
Hey Matt, just wanted to give you an update so far on this build off. So what we've done, we went ahead, as you can tell, assembled everything together. We did use the auto top offs from Amazon that we found out later on. Mine actually evaporates quicker than his. I'm not sure it's because I have a lot less water displacement, since I still kept the bare bottom idea that I wanted to go with originally versus his. Another thing that we found interesting on it, on his side of the tank, when we tested everything, the ammonias were a little bit off on the level versus this side. I don't know exactly the scientific version of reason why that happened, but I know that on my side we used the Turbo Star from Fritz, the 900, along with the Algae Barn, the Nitro Cycle. On his side he used the Brightwell Aquatics to get it going. It's the Microbacter 7 along with the live sand, and as you can see, he did change the Aquascape on his side. We got in a shipment of rocks and he wanted to do the shelving, so the Aquascape was redone. So to help that out, did a water change on it. He added some live bacteria from a different established tank to expedite the process on the cycle, retested, and everything looks great. On my side, I went ahead and added a super storm clownfish that was ordered. Fortunately, we ordered 2. One didn't make it in shipping, but we all know that's part of the hobby. The unfortunate side of having the loss of a live animal. That's never a good thing. But wanted to discuss the good and the bad with these things. You know, things don't always go as planned, as you well know. It's part of the hobby, unfortunately. On this filtration system, we originally set it up where I had the Chemi Pure Blue for the filtration on the media. I changed mine up a little bit. I kept some of the Innovative Marine. I left the super bright media, the H shape, and then I changed the media down here from the Chemi Pure Blue to the Clear FX Pro from Blue Life USA, just to do a side-by-side true comparison as far as filtration is concerned on these tanks. On the bottom of these rocks, as you can see, kind of hard to tell on this, but I'll send you some pictures. We did the ABS on there, the attachment to the live rock so it doesn't scratch up the sand. I can still pick it up. I can remove any of the buildup or any of the dirt or any kind of nasties out of the bottom of the tank without trapping anything and causing any issues down the line. That's all I have for you. If you have any questions or anything, let me know. Happy to answer them.
Big thanks to everyone. We'll see you next time.